Yes, y'all know what it is, man. It's an Earning ISO show. If you don't know that yet, know we back at it. The boys are back in town. Listen, man, I'm going solo dolo for this one, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been kind of going on and off this week, these couple of weeks, man. Me and ISO been going solo, you know what I mean, every now and then. But the show must go on, and we're going to continue. So, if you don't know, man, last week gave y'all his hip hop's Mount Rushmore regional. You know what I'm saying? Not just the full hip hop Mount Rushmore that he did of everything all together. He did regional. He did East Coast, Philly, of course, because y'all know that's where we born and raised. You know what I mean? Midwest, down south, West Coast, and he threw in the extras in there. You know what I mean? Within that, man. And you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to step on Big Bro's toes, man, because there was a couple things in there, man. Him being a hip hop head, I just didn't agree with. I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Listen. First and foremost, man, we know that the Mount Rushmore is 4 presidents. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? 4 people. Mount Rushmore is not 5 people. We hear people get a Mount Rushmore, they give you like a top 5. Mount Rushmore is 4 people. You know what I'm saying? And however you break it down, what goes on is your qualifications for your Mount Rushmore. That's for yours. Whatever ISO had for his qualifications, his Mount Rushmore for his. My Mount Rushmore, man, these are the pillars, man. The pillars of whatever section that you choose for hip hop, you know what I mean? And if you just gonna say all around, I mean, the pillars within that, man, I can't just pick. So a lot of new school dudes is not gonna make the list on mine. You know what I mean? My Mount Rushmore, you know what I mean, list, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that, you know what I'm saying? Look, first and foremost, man, we gotta say if you're new here, you like, rate, review, share, subscribe. All of those small things to show you appreciate the big things that we do, man. Make sure y'all hit the notification bell so y'all can stay tuned to what we do, man. Because I actually been looking forward to trying to go live more often than we do. And, you know what I mean, ISO does have something in the works, you know what I mean, for y'all that want to be engaged even more than you are, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the, you know what I mean, details on that. Because we definitely going to, you know what I mean, unveil something that, you know what I mean, going to make us the most interactive, you know what I mean, show out here, you know what I mean, so stay tuned. But without further ado, man, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start right here. This is my New York hip hop Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? My New York hip hop Mount Rushmore. I have Rakim the God. You know what I mean? Of course, Long Island, New York. You know what I mean? Rakim would actually make my hip hop all the time, you know what I mean, 1, 2. So I got Rakim in there. I also have LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Listen, first hip hop superstar, you know what I mean, longevity. You can say crossover success, but we ain't worried about that because we only talking about hip hop, man. But you know what I mean, LL Cool J will be in there as well. KRS-One, come on, man. It goes without being said. KRS-One, man, teacher of the game, the pioneer, you know what I mean, icon of conscious rap, you know what I'm saying, KRS-One, the teacher himself. You know what I mean? And then last but not least, I gotta put Nas in there, man. You know what I mean? Nas kind of ushered us into a different era where conscious rap looked different, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even though I always say rap is in its infancy stages, you know what I mean, rap isn't that old, you know what I mean, the genre of hip hop isn't that old. But we still do have this outlook that we look at conscious rappers. Like, conscious rappers have this outlook that they're not the coolest people. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of conscious rappers are just the dudes that's gonna try to teach you something. You ain't gonna hear their music in the club. You might not listen to their music in the car. When it's on, you might listen to it, and that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of changed that vibe up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He gave conscious rappers street cred. You know what I mean? It made conscious rappers a little cool. You know what I mean? It made it cool for you to be saying, I'm not gonna say substance because a lot of rappers always had substance within their raps, but Nas made it cool for you to say something, you know what I mean, other than, you know what I mean, I'm a hustler or I'm a drug dealer, you know what I mean, or I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you. He made it cool for that, you know what I'm saying? And he made it look cool, even down to this day. So, you know what I mean? That's my top 4 of my East Coast hip hop. You know what I mean? We got Nas, you know what I mean? Queensbridge poet that he is. We got Rakim, Long Island, New York, you know what I mean? The God. KRS-One, the teacher. And LL Cool J, man, you know what I mean? hip hop pioneer. You know what I mean, LL Cool J is like maybe like the first hip hop superstar. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask. You know what I mean? So that right there, those are my New York hip hop Mount Rushmores. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna be all this. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Bro, because whatever criteria that he had within his hip hop, you know what I'm saying, Mount Rushmore is his, but you ain't gonna hear too many Nicki Minaj's and all that, you know what I mean? Nah, that ain't coming out of mine, you know what I'm saying? Because when I'm saying Mount Rushmore, those is dudes, the pillars that you're gonna keep up there, that's gonna stay there, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be there for the longevity of the time of hip hop, you know what I mean? Ain't no coming off once they go in there, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that had a contribution, because Nicki Minaj is a huge contributor to hip hop. 50 Cent is a huge contributor to hip hop. You know what I mean? Big J, huge contributor to hip hop. But I just think that those pieces, those elements, you know what I'm saying, within New York branched off and created other, you know what I mean, elements or other, you know what I mean, branches within the hip hop tree, you know what I'm saying, that we still, you know what I mean, listen to this day. You know what I mean? And you can see I'm trying to think of the word. You can see like the effect of what they did into certain people, you know what I mean, out right now. So, you know what I mean, there'll always be remnants of a Nas, a KRS-One, a Rakim, and a LL Cool J. There'll always be remnants of those, even in future rappers, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Even with Nas in the comparison to J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, KRS-One, you know what I'm saying? The comparisons of, I'm trying to think, who would you compare KRS-One to? Dang. KRS-One might be in the league all his own right now. But I'm pretty sure somebody will come, you know what I'm saying, and pick up that teacher role. And then maybe somebody that's already doing it that I'm not thinking of right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there will always be remnants of those pillars, you know what I'm saying, that they follow through. And even if you say Cool J, man, you can say Ja Rule with the R&B stance that he took, you know what I'm saying? You can say Fabulous. Man, you know what I mean, the list goes on and on. But let's continue on, man. We're going to go to the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go from the East to the West. West Coast rappers, man, we got Tupac in there, of course. Ice Cube, of course. Snoop Dogg, of course. And I also threw in I threw in somebody, but I'm kind of like second guessing it right now. You know what I'm saying? And I might go another way, and I'm gonna go another way. I'm gonna say Easy. Yeah, I mean Easy, cause Easy ushered in. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I mean put a way of Easy may have ushered in. You know what I'm saying? The non-rappers becoming rappers. That might be something that Easy did. You know what I mean? You not being a rapper, but then, you know what I mean, you writing for the rapper, and now the non-rapper is a rapper, like the Puff Daddies, the Dr. Dre's of the world, you know what I mean, the Birdmans. The non-rapper becoming a rapper is something that Eazy-E ushered in. And Tupac, man, put the coast on his back at a time where the East Coast and West Coast was going at it. Snoop Dogg may be the most iconic rapper of all time. He may be the most known rapper than any other rapper, you know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg, you can throw Snoop Dogg to somebody's grandma, they gonna know who Snoop Dogg is. You know what I'm saying? So, Snoop Dogg may be the most known rapper of all time, you know what I mean? Just because of everything that he's done, you know what I mean? The avenues that he's traveled and the connections that he had within the entertainment world, man. He may be the most known rapper than any other rapper, you know what I'm saying? So, what's that I said? I said Snoop, Pac, Easy, and I think I said Ice Cube, right? Did I say Ice Cube? I'm trying to make sure, because I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down here. If I didn't say Ice Cube, I'm gonna go Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Because Ice Cube ushered in, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube was to me, the first one to go up against the machine. You know what I mean? Being the one that didn't want to sign a contract, being the person that want to have, you know what I mean, his lawyer president at the time was signing the contract. Ice Cube was conscious of not getting robbed at a time where everybody was getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? So those definitely are my pillars, you know what I'm saying, within South, within the West Coast. We got Snoop, Long Beach, Tupac, you know what I mean, Los Angeles, Ice Cube, Compton, and I also put in there Easy. You know what I mean? Easy E, man. You know what I mean? They're definitely pillars, you know what I'm saying, within that West Coast. And from there, man, you got branches and branches, you know what I'm saying, people that broke off from there, man. And you could say, like, you can actually, like, combine a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, of what two people did and say that developed one person. You know what I mean? Because I think, like, you gonna say Snoop, you got Snoop, Ice Cube, and Pac. You combine them together, and a lot of those elements, you know what I'm saying, may make up the game. With his showmanship, you know what I'm saying, keeping it street, and also, you know what I'm saying, just being his notoriety. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those can make up the game. Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So a lot of those, you know what I mean, a lot of those elements that those guys have carried through and are still relevant today. Not even the West Coast rappers, you know what I'm saying? Just in hip hop period. But you know what I'm saying? We just doing the West Coast. So a lot of that right there, man, definitely did carry through. You know what I'm saying? To now. We also did they also did the Midwest. Let me see where our Midwest joint at. Midwest, where we at? Midwest. Where did that? Oh, so. Midwest. All right, here we go. I got my Midwest. And Midwest, you know what I mean? A lot of those Midwest things I agree with him, you know what I'm saying? Even though I tried not to do like the group thing. You know what I mean? I tried to, like, if we was just gonna talk about hip hop, leave it singularly to a person and not necessarily to a group. But in the Midwest, man, I had to put Bone in there. You know what I mean? Bone Thugs and Harmony, man, coming out of Cleveland, Ohio, I had to put Bone in there, you know what I'm saying? As a collective, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely are a pillar, you know what I mean, out there. I got Eminem in there, you know what I'm saying? As Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't even know if a list would be valid if we talk about hip hop. We don't put Eminem in there, man. If you invite him to the picnic or not, you know what I mean? He definitely pushed hip hop into a realm that it would not have had been if not for him. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely did, you know what I'm saying, helped hip hop get to the plateau that it's at right now. So we got Bone, Eminem, I'm gonna say Tech Nine. You know what I mean? Listen, Tech Nine, man. Listen, Tech Nine, he worked hip hop like it was, you know what I mean, like it was a job, and he was putting overtime and triple time. Tech Nine work ethic, you know what I mean, far exceeds anybody that I've ever seen. Tech Nine put that work in. You know what I'm saying? So we got Bone, Eminem, Tech Nine, and we gonna close it out with, I'm gonna say Kanye, man. Because Kanye, you know what I'm saying, definitely did change how we view rap, and he's a pillar, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of people look at him and still things, you know what I mean, from the elements that he's done. And I'm not gonna lie, like, probably off like third or fourth album, I can't tell you a Kanye West album, but those 3-4 albums that I mean early on that he was doing, it was enough, you know what I mean, for you to put him to say he's an innovator. You know what I'm saying, an icon. And Eminem himself, man, like, you know what I'm saying, he definitely is a lyrical juggernaut. Even though, I'm not gonna lie, certain lyrics that, you know what I mean, might not resonate with me, might not connect with me. Listen, my bum is on your lips is a lyric that I always use when I try to, you know what I mean, debate with somebody about the Eminem. But it's still undeniable that Eminem is one of the best selling rappers of all time, and he can rap. hands down, no matter what you say, Eminem can spit. You know what I mean? It's no debating that. He's a spitter. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that within battles that he's been in. You know what I mean? Eminem is a spitter. Bone definitely got a unique, you know what I'm saying, style that they bless us with. You know what I mean? Not just rapping fast, but like harmonizing. Damn near, you know what I mean, singing on tracks. So, you know what I mean? Bone definitely, you know what I'm saying, is one of those dudes that was in there. And there's a lot of people that I could have probably put in there, man. Like, I could have said Nelly. You know what I mean? Look, like it or love it or not, man. Nelly definitely did. I think ISO put Nelly in his. Like it or love it or not, man. Nelly had a run. Nelly had a run. You know what I'm saying? They had a crazy run, man. Him and the St. Lunatics. I could have said Twista. You know what I'm saying? Twista put in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Longevity. You know what I mean? Doing this thing. I definitely could have said Twista. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is the Midwest, man. And you know what I mean? It's a lot of ways that you could have went, man. The Midwest definitely. They did a lot of things. They did a lot, you know what I'm saying, out there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they did a lot, man. Shout out to them dudes out there, man. Let me see. I did down south too. I didn't go all over the board, but I try to hit the major parts. And you know, look, I got Philly. I got y'all in here too. Y'all know Philly. I mean, but we're gonna say Philly for last because I broke Philly down like multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I touched on a whole bunch of things for Philly, man. You know what I'm saying? Down south. Listen, it gotta go with Face Mob. Listen, I don't even gotta say nothing when we talk about Brad. Face Mob. Listen, it's certain people down south that'll tell you that. You know what I mean? Face is the best rapper. You know what I mean? In hip hop, they'll tell you he better than Jay-Z. So gotta go with Face Mob, man. Gotta go with Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne put himself in a position, man, where people like he was saying himself, you know what I mean? One of the greatest rappers alive. And then he said it so many times that you started saying it yourself. So you gotta put Weezy in there, man. I can't separate the duo of Andre 3000 and Big Boy. So I put them in there together. You know what I mean? Outkast definitely, you know what I'm saying, is in that Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I had to go with UGK as well, man. You know what I mean? Underground Kings, man. Legends, you know what I'm saying? That was doing their thing down there. So, you know what I mean? I went with Scarface, Lil Wayne, T.I. Oh, I'm sorry. I said T.I. T.I. wasn't there. I said Scarface, Lil Wayne, Outkast, and UGK. That right there was my down south hip hop Mount Rushmore, you know what I'm saying? And man, them dudes, that right there, that's an all-star lineup right there, all by itself. I ain't gonna front. Down south got some hitters. You could put that Mount Rushmore up against a lot of people's Mount Rushmore, they gonna come out on top. It's arguably that you could say you could put that Mount Rushmore up against, you know what I mean, the East Coast Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? And you know, we say East Coast because we always, New York, you know what I mean, is considered the Mecca, you know what I mean, when it comes to hip hop. But no, I'm gonna say it like this, maybe because New York is considered the Mecca, and I kind of went like you know what I mean, the pioneers of it. Down south, see, this is the beauty of how we had the internet now. I mean, I also talk about this though, right? How an artist could come out back then at a time and we not even know about them, but they could have been big, you know what I mean, in their thing. Just like Public Enemy. Public Enemy was big for years before us on the East Coast heard about them. I mean, am I talking about PE? I'm mistaken. What group I'm talking about? I think it was PE. They were big for years before, like, you know what I'm saying, we knew who they was. Like, you know what I mean, certain groups blew up in the region where they was from, and it took time for, you know what I mean, that to expand on, you know what I mean, because there wasn't the internet. Everything was word of mouth or magazine and stuff like that. So by me doing the down south one, it's probably people in here, just like ISO said, man, it's probably people in here that y'all like, no, it should be such and such because he a pioneer. At the time where I started hearing down south music, that's why, I mean, I would say that this down south list can go up against the East Coast list because I grew up on the East Coast, so it didn't take no time for me the music to get to where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So the pioneers of the game I'm familiar with. Down south, I might not be familiar with the pioneers of the game that came through there. So it's a more recent list. Like Face Mob could drop an album tomorrow and it still go hot. Lil Wayne is still active. Also said Outkast. Look, I know all y'all anticipate the Andre 3 Sex album. You know what I mean? The UGK. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Pimp. But shit, like that list is kind of like more recent. But nonetheless, I still think that list, you know what I'm saying, will go up against East Coast, you know what I mean? Maybe even the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that down south list, you know what I'm saying? Definitely will trump a couple people list, man. Listen, Philly, stand up, man, because, yo, this is what we about to do. I not only did the Philly hip-hop Mount Rushmore list, I did the Philly underground joint, I did the Philly group, I did the Philly mixtape, you know what I mean? I ain't do Philly producers, I did do a producer, but we're going to say that for last. But y'all know Philly, when it came to Philly, man, I'm a mixtape king. You know what I'm saying? If it was a mixtape, I was getting 5 to 6 mixtapes a week, sometimes 10. You know what I mean? So we gonna dig deep into this Philly one. But just the Philly hip hop Mount Rushmore, man. I got Black Thought. Gotta put Black Thought in there, man. Lyrical monster. You know what I'm saying? I got Schoolie D in there. Listen, Ice-T himself said Schoolie D was the pioneer of gangster music. That's what the Ice-T said. You know what I mean? That's what people say Ice-T was the originator of gangster music. Ice-T himself said, no, Schoolie D was the originator of gangster rap. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta throw Schoolie in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I got Beanie Sigel in there. Listen, Beans put us on a platform, man, that we always been barbarians. We always been spitters. But I think Beans put us in the light to show the world, like, yo, them dudes is something to be reckoned with. You know what I'm saying? We've always had rappers over here, but I think when Beans came out with his lyricism and, you know what I mean, how he put stuff together, you can sit back and you can, like, envision what he was saying, man. Listen to that. Feel it in the air. Come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? Certain songs that he got, man, you can close your eyes and you can see what's going on. So, you know what I mean? Beans definitely put us on a stage that I don't think nobody else has. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people still trying to duplicate. But Beans will always be known as one of the greatest. Listen, it was times where people thought Beans was better than Jay. That's facts. It was times where people thought Beans was better than Jay. So, Beanie Sigel will definitely be one of them dudes. And listen, it can be a Philly Mount Rushmore without Big Willie. You could play Big Will and Jazzy Jeff, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these other joints, I put the group. But Will Smith definitely goes in on any Philadelphia Mount Rushmore, Philadelphia top 5, whatever you're doing, Will Smith got to be in that list. I don't care where you put him at, 1 through 5, he in there. You know what I'm saying? Through his contributions, not just for us being Philly, but his contributions in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he definitely did that, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I think ISO put Eve in his. Shout out to Eve, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually went to school with Eve. Shout out to Eve, you know what I mean? Martin Luther King High School. Shout out to Eve, man, because Eve definitely did. Eve had a plan, you know what I'm saying, for her, and it was beyond hip hop, and I think she exceeded that. She did. She had a plan that was beyond hip hop, you know what I mean? She far exceeded that. Hip hop wise, man, she had an illustrious career. Then it translated to TV, to now, you know what I mean, her being Eve, the mom, and the wife, you know what I'm saying? So Eve had a heck of a run, you know what I'm saying, at that time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Eve, because Eve did have a great run. You know what I'm saying? Where is my other joint at? Because I ain't just do that. Where's the other joint at? Because I did. We gonna go down these joints. Alright. Philly joint at? No. Alright, here you go. I got these Matter of fact, before we do that, let's do this. Philly rap groups. You know what I'm saying? Philly rap groups. You know what I mean? This is our Philly rap groups. Listen, we got to go with the Roots. Shout out to the Roots, man. The Roots, you know what I'm saying? From the back block to the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Shout out to the Roots, man, for being, you know what I'm saying, an iconic group and doing everything they was doing. We got to say State Prop. I don't know if y'all consider them a group or not, or whatever y'all consider them, just a collective. But, yeah, I mean, State Prop got to go in there, man. Just everything they do. I'm going to tell y'all like this. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll say it later when we get to the other joint. State Prop, I got Major Figures. You know what I'm saying? Major Figures definitely got to go up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a heck of a run, too. And also, I'm going to do it like this. I said Ram Squad. You know what I mean? I don't care what Ram Squad you want to say. Random Access Money. You know what I mean? Richard Allen Mob. Whatever Ram Squad you say, Ram Squad definitely was in there, man. Shout out to Ram Squad. You know what I'm saying? If anybody remember them, man. So this is my Philadelphia hip-hop groups. We got the Roots. You know what I'm saying? Without a question. State Property. Without a question. You can put on State Property anything right now and still bang that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be relevant. Major Figures. Most definitely, you know what I'm saying? That the iconic group, man, the people that was on that group that's still actually, you know what I'm saying, relevant to this day, that's doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Gil, you got Ab Lava, who's writing for people, you know what I mean, ghostwriting for people. You got, I believe Spade got a podcast right now, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else, man, wish him the best, you know what I'm saying? So I believe Dutchy, man, I don't think Dutch got a podcast. He was on one, but those dudes are still relevant to this day. And like I said, Ram Squad, man, shout out to them. You know what I mean? I could have went, listen, I could have said Philly's Most Wanted. They could have squeezed up in there, man. They had a crazy run too. But yeah, that's the dudes that I'm gonna leave up in there like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And also, listen, cause this is for me right here. This is for me and the hip hop heads that was getting mixtapes and Philly mixtapes every week. This is for us. My Philadelphia underground rappers. These is the underground rappers, you know what I'm saying, that might not have made it to the big screen. That, I mean, was those dudes, but they just couldn't get that I mean, to the limelight, man. They probably would have tore it up. But I got Reed in here. Reed Dollars, definitely. Listen, Reed may have started something just with the way he was rapping, because I believe at the time that Reed was on what he was on, there wasn't no smack. Like, he damn near created, you know what I'm saying, a brand that somebody saw and they turned that, I mean, into something. You know what I mean? But I might be wrong. You know what I mean? Let me know if I'm right or wrong. That Reed was on this thing before Smack was on this thing. But yeah, Reed Dollars, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Ready Rock fan, so I had to put Ready Rock in there, man. Ready Rock. It's just his voice was distinctive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? At the time, I believe Ready Rock was with Ape Gang. You know what I mean? His voice was distinctive. Ready Rock, Ape Gang, and them, they was killing everything. And I don't know, everything he was on, it was kind of like, I was like, yeah, he was killing it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Ready Rock, you know what I'm saying, at the time, because he was murdered. I thought he was about to be the one next up. Hattie, listen, man, whatever Hattie you want, you got Hattie Pimp Daddy, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Hattie you got, man, Joey was actually killing things. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Joey was gonna be the next one before Meek took off. It was nothing in me that was gonna say, I'm like, yo, Joey about to be that dude. Joey about to put Philly on the map. He about to do something big. You know what I mean? Hopefully he doing well. But Joey definitely is a underground, you know what I'm saying, rapper for this Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? I went a different way for this Mount Rushmore, because I could have said the pillars, you know what I'm saying, that did it, but I went a whole different way for this. And you know what I mean, I can't do the underground rappers without saying, even though, you know what I mean, we say underground, he had, I guess if you want to say Validation was an album, Gil, man. Listen, man, when Gil was doing what he was doing, appetizers, you know what I'm saying, I was getting them joints, you know what I'm saying. Gil was damn near dropping a mixtape a week. You know what I mean? I'm talking about with original material on it. So, you know what I mean? He definitely was doing his thing. But my Philly underground rappers, man, you got Reed Dollars, you got Hattie, you know what I mean, Ready Rock, and Gilly the Kid, man. Those dudes right there, you know what I'm saying, was our Philadelphia underground rappers, man. You know what I'm saying? And that list right there is definitely gonna be different from my Philadelphia mixtape kings. Cause there's a couple of dudes that was mixtape kings that, you know what I'm saying, was not may not have been an underground rapper, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna go into that now. Matter of fact, Philadelphia mixtape kings, Beanie Sigel. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's a couple things you don't want to see. You don't want to see MJ Game 6. You don't want to see Hoodie Mello. And you don't want to see Hot 97 Beanie Sigel. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it'd be Power 99 Beanie Sigel. You don't want to see none of those things because it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad for you. Beans got a best of, man, that's still a classic to this day. I'm talking about, you know, mixtapes be like 30 tracks. You could play from end to end. No skips at all. You know what I'm saying? Straight through. Beans got a classic. I had to throw Drama on here. A lot of y'all gonna be like, man, Drama, yeah, I mean, Drama Atlanta though. Drama is from Philly. And I had to throw Drama on here just because of what he did with Wayne and that No Ceilings. That put Wayne in a different plateau. When Drama and Wayne got together and they did that No Ceilings, that's what put Wayne in another plateau. And matter of fact, a lot of people was trying to, hitting Drama up. Drama did a couple of them joints, not No Ceilings. I forget what he was calling them though. What was Drama calling them joints? Damn, I forget what he was calling them. But he did a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? He did a couple of them. You know what I mean, for other artists. But I believe, was it Drama and No Ceilings? I don't know. Drama might not have been No Ceilings, but I know Drama and Wayne did one together. And that was phenomenal too. You know what I'm saying? So Drama definitely gonna go on my Philadelphia mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Also on my Philadelphia mixtapes, man, we gonna put, where is it at? I was just looking at this joint. Where we at? Oh, I gotta put Oskino, man. Even though I said, I said Gil was dropping appetizers. Oddly enough, Oskino was dropping his joints that was called appetizers too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they both was dropping them joints that had the same name, but he was dropping joints that had appetizers too, and Oskino was killing. You know what I mean? He was murdering, you know what I mean, at a time that, you know what I mean, he was really at the height of his dream. You know what I mean? We didn't get an Oskino album, you know what I mean, from Rockefeller, but he was dropping those, and it was building up to something. I was waiting for the entree. You know what I mean? The appetizer was so good, I was waiting for the entree, you know what I'm saying? And if I have to say Philadelphia mixtape Mount Rushmore also, I'm going to have to say, oh man, I could have went any way with this joint. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of torn, but I'm gonna do it like this, man. I'm gonna say Vodka. You know what I mean? Vodka was in the lane of his own, man. I could have said Young Hot. You know what I mean? I could have said PD, man, but I just wish PD would have gave us more. You know what I mean? Mixtape wise. You know what I'm saying? Because PD was definitely a monster too. If PD would have been more consistent, PD would have definitely been on this joint. You know what I'm saying? On my mixtape, Philadelphia mixtape Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? But the people that I mentioned, man, they was way more consistent, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as when it came to mixtapes, Sigel, I'm not gonna say Sigel was consistent, but Sigel got classic mixtapes, like classics. You know what I'm saying? Sigel and Cosmic Kev, the joint he did with Cosmic Kev, that shit was so crazy. I remember him and CK was beefing, and they stopped playing, you know what I mean, Beans on Power 99. Whenever you would hear like a Rockefeller joint and Beans part came on, the joint would just go off. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, they was beefing over one of them joints, I remember, man. So yeah, man, like it was an iconic moment, man. That definitely was an iconic moment. Like I said, but you don't want to see Mike Game 6, Hoodie Mello, and Hot 97 or Power 99 Beanie Sigel. That's three things you don't want to see, because it's not going to end up well for you. Trust me, it's going to be bad for you. You know what I'm saying? But also, because I ain't going to be too long, man. I think I did producers on here before. producers. What happened to producers? I should have put this in order, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize for not having this in order. But yeah, here you go. My hip hop producer Mount Rushmore. This right here was easy. Come on, man. Y'all know what this is. We got Dr. Dre. We got Premier. We got RZA. And I put Ye in there. You know what I'm saying? That right there. That's my I was kind of torn because I ain't gonna lie. I was debating between if it was gonna be Ye and Timbaland or Ye and Swiss. You know what I'm saying? I think just like the contribution that Ye had and the ear that he got for the music, it kind of like puts him above them for me. You know what I'm saying? With his executive producing skills that he's done, you know what I mean, on other people's albums, you know what I mean? Shout out, you know what I mean, for doing your joint with Nas, because I'm a Nas fan. You know what I mean? Me finally hearing Nas on some good beats, but I'm no disrespect to Premier. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to hear something, your favorite rapper on something different. No disrespect to Premier, because we know Premier and Nas, you know what I'm saying? We know y'all, you know what I mean, how it is. But yeah, man, Dr. Dre, I got Premier, we got RZA and Kanye West. Those was my, you know what I'm saying, my joints. I could have threw Alchemist in there. Just Blaze could have went in there, man, because Just Blaze had a crazy run, man. And he had a different type of sound that he brought, you know what I'm saying, to the music, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, these is my Mount Rushmore, man. My Mount Rushmores of hip hop, you know what I mean? And like I said, my Mount Rushmores is kind of different, man. My Mount Rushmores is like not just the most notable or the most, you ain't sell the most albums. I'm talking about somebody that's like a pillar that if I remove you from hip hop, it will be other people that I want to take out too. Because it's remnants of what that person did that you can see that somebody else took from. So my Mount Rushmore, you know what I mean, is the pillars, you know what I mean, of those regions, or the pillars of the hip hop went on its own. That I believe that we stand on and we stood on. And then these certain people took certain elements from that and carried it on. You know what I mean? I could have did my just hip hop groups too. Cause I ain't do groups. Cause if I did groups, you know, Wu would have been in there. Gotta put Run DMC in there. You know what I'm saying? Wu, Run DMC, Public Enemy, 3. Wu, Run DMC, Public Enemy. Damn, who else would be who would be number 4? I said Wu, P.E., Public Enemy, Run DMC, NWA. That might be my 4 right there. Wu-Tang Clan, P.E., Run DMC, NWA. That's my 4. Because I was thinking, like, you know what I mean? And sometimes you don't want to be too biased, man, because we from the East Coast. Because I was thinking, like, maybe De La Soul or Tribe. But no, I think that's it. That would be mine if I did a group, man. I did a group, man. If I did a group, man, that would be it, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know, listen, if we did a podcast, Mount Rushmore, it would be Earning Nice So, Earning Nice So, Earning Nice So, Earning Nice So. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be, man. Listen, man, first and foremost, thank you if you rock with us, man. Like, rate, review, share, subscribe, comment, talk to us, we talk back. Let me know, you know what I mean, what y'all Mount Rushmores was. You know what I mean? Change up the list. Listen, I didn't say mine was perfect. I ain't say mine was going to be what yours was going to be. Mine might not be the best. Mine is mine. Yours is yours. It is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Until next time, man. Peace. We out here, y'all.